What's going on, guys? It's Cimo. We're here at YCS Portland, and who do we have here?
Ezequiel Carranza.
And what did you do?
I got top 8 on YCS Portland.
And what did you play?
Pure Endymion Guard Dragon.
So why did you decide to play this amongst the vast majority of decks that you could have picked for this event?
Well, I've always been a Pendulum player for like a very long time, since before Jeremy even got to be known for the Pendulums. And I feel like it was a good meta call. I usually OTK turn 2 on every other board, so I can combat boards and I can make really big boards.
Cool. Let's go for it.
So I did go Pure Endymion, and that's the reason why is because of my scale effects. One of my favorite cards obviously is going to be Magister.
Card's so good.
Oh yes, this is the main reason why I went this version. So with Magister, you don't rely on your pen summon, and of course with the 3 servants, you don't really rely on your pen summon. So other Pendulum decks rely on summoning Harmonizing or pen summoning from your extra deck. This is my summon right here. Like, this is enough. My pen summon is extra, and sometimes I don't even need a pen summon. Although pen summon makes the biggest board. I played 3 Big Daddies, Endymions. Of course he wins games by himself. Like. Him with a counter and Secret Village, which I do main, is usually game on a lot of matchups because of Super Poly. So, of course, 3 Dark Worms for the Guard Dragon combo. I turbo these out. The one gate 0 for the +1, and it's a searchable low skill. So, Servant usually gets on the field, so this is just good to get counters for Jackal. My other dragons that I do play part of the Guard Dragon combo, I play the Shrudo and I play Aether. If I'm going to OTK, Aether can banish anything in defense, and Vortex bounces anything in attack mode. So. It just becomes a better OTK, and then I got some really good targets for this, which you'll see later. Only 2 Jackals. These are my only non-Endymion things that hold spell counters. Jackal, of course, for any hand trap. I didn't want to see too many of them, but I did want to get more darks, and of course it negates hand trap, so it's broken, especially going into next format. The ratio will change for sure. Extenders, you have your 3 Chronographs, and then the Time Gazer. With Time Gazer, protects any of my scale effects, of course, or from Twin Twister, or from anything that pops cards, really. A lot of people knew about this, which didn't really matter if they knew about it, because even if they knew about it, they wouldn't Ghost Ogre before because of it. And then I just summoned Jackal, and then your turn of Ghost Ogre was already gone anyway. So unless you go to the Chronograph, I'm even going Super more plus, because you wasted a hand trap on something I didn't really need to stop your hand trap, pretty much. One of my favorite additions is all 3 Abyss Actors.
Okay.
I maxed out on this for lore targets, and it's a normal summon monster, obviously, and it's a high scale. So it's the main reason why I did this. I did this instead of Cerberus because of the fact that they're darks and they're normal summonable, and they won't get locked in my scale with an Ash. 1 Abductor. This Abductor becomes a 1-card scale with the Terraforming combo that I have with Citadel. So send this with Electromite, you have completed scales, or if I'm missing anything, it gear out anything. Plus, it's a level 4 that I can summon off of Magister or Servant to make either Abyss Duel or whatever the matchup is for. So it's just a plus after that. Spells, 3 Masteries, Broken Starter, this, and one of these 3 is pretty much like the combo starter. It's what you only really need. If you draw Servant with any one of these, or Dark Worm with this, it's like it does a lot. And there's so many extenders to get another monster on field to make Electromite. Draw cards, you get 3 Desires, 3 of a lot of things, so it doesn't really matter what you banish. 3 Allures, because you have a lot of dark targets anyways. The main point of bringing Inductor down to 1 was so I can banish. And the 1 upside for a placeholder makes your deck smaller. It's 40 cards in general. I did go the draw version. Other one-ofs is the Terraforming, Magical Citadel, and then the Secret Village as of the 40th card. I main Secret Village because the only thing I cannot negate is Super Poly. Secret Village makes it so Super Poly doesn't even matter. Like, it's just non-existent. And with the new Dark Ruler coming out, this might even go up to 2. It's like makes the deck super more broken, and that's why I really like it. I might have to cut the Citadel. I'm not sure yet, all depending, because I really like Citadel. It's a library force.
Did the village come up? Like, did someone have Super Poly?
Oh, yes.
And like, yeah?
Yes, it happened a lot in top 8. Sorry, top 16 it came up. And then I also had like Necro Valleys for other Salomon Great earlier in Swiss, so it like really came up a lot.
Yeah.
And it came up more in Scratch Striker, which why it's just double plus.
Of course.
I'll go with my extra deck.
Sure.
Obviously, Electromite. Amazingly, this did get hand trapped a little bit, but not as loud as I thought. I read the body language, and it's really rare for it to get like any type of hand trap, and it's amazing because I already have Jackal, so that's probably a big reason why. I usually have Jackal before I summon this, so this was a super plus. I was able to resolve it like a lot of times. Guard Dragon combo, making this. I don't do the cheeky plays with Triple Burst. I just only for the guard dragon combo. That's literally all I use it for. This with Aether makes 2 different disruptions, so it's really broken. I only summon Odd Eyes off of Aggro Pain no matter what. Like people summon Burrow Sword after it. I only summon this because this bounce a card and you can make the Burrow Sword off of the Aggro Pain and LP. So you don't really need to waste this on that combo. Plus, it's the monster you turn into defense. So definitely want to remove that. B Cop. Boar Sword and Boar Load. This came up only once against the Cosmo guy. He summoned Dark Planet. He summoned Dark Planet twice on me.
Oh
round,
my god.
I will say round 5. I don't remember. Round 5. I have it listed. So I just took his Dark Planet and gamed him with it. Like, usually I'll go for Boar Sword, but I just took the Dark Planet. It was enough. So that happened. And then of course the Phoenix will pop. Usually anything that stops me from doing my plays, and it's good against Salamangreat. My synchro targets are Savage, FA, and Arcanite.
Arcanite, okay.
Oh, I love him. He's amazing. If after my battle phase I didn't kill you, I can summon this and destroy the rest of your board because it's not once per turn.
That's cute. I like that.
I love it. It's amazing. FA Jackster, obviously, if I don't do my level 8, I prefer the level 8. I summon this targeting the Jackal, turning my Endymion into the Savage, and then my Endymion comes right back out with Magister. So I Magister with a counter on Endymion with a counter, and then Borosai, which is Omni Negate. It doesn't destroy, but that doesn't matter. It's an Omni Negate. Which my boards usually end up with all of that, with the Jackal and the Vortex.
And that's why Magister's good.
Oh yes, very good, very good. Abyss Dweller and Tornado. I gotta give props to Josh on the Abyss Dweller. Anytime I build a deck, I try to make sure I go off of his rules of what the best deck would be, and that is a deck that can make Abyss Dweller during the combo without affecting it, and a deck that can almost summon Danko, which I believe is I took that to heart pretty much. Now I'll go to my side deck where the Dankos are. Necro Valley, which is, of course, I'm already playing Terraforming, so I want to play another card that hurts everybody. 2 Twin Twisters for the going second, I guess.
How was the Necro Valley?
Amazing, amazing. Orcus can't do anything. Thunders hurts Thunders a lot. They can't banish or anything. And amazingly enough, I did this once against Sky Striker, and he couldn't, yeah, he could search everything, but in the game thing that popped it, and he couldn't continue his plays.
Did you wish you played more of it?
More of it? Probably not. Probably
okay.
not. I prefer Secret Village.
Okay, fair.
Personally, but I don't know. Maybe in the future, that's probably something I gotta look into.
Sure.
The 3 Dankos, of course. These usually come in with the Twin Twisters when I'm playing a back row heavy deck. This is enough to game them. I usually OTK them after doing Danko or the Twin Twister if they don't have any more traps. My usual side-out targets my side-in targets that I usually bring in is 3 Gnomes and 3 Impermanents. This is usually all I need against Orcus, Thunder, everything else that's not Sky Striker, Salamangreat, and Trap decks. I would just side these in, and this is enough for all combo decks. I do this against the mirror. This is all I really need against the mirror. Stopping one thing is enough because I can go through 2 or 3 things on my own with another 5 cards. So stopping one thing is literally enough for me, and that's usually against any deck. 2 red reboots. There has been a lot of trap decks in my locals, and I've seen on streams they've been going up higher. And 1 Indie Nightmare. This used to be 3 Indie Nightmares. If you see Robbie's profile page of the deck that I sent him, I switched him to reboots, and I don't regret it. This wins against the mirror like almost all the time. Plus Mystic Mime decks, which apparently have gone down. And that's the whole deck profile.
Cool. So did you change anything in retrospect, or are you pretty happy with how it was?
Pretty happy. Might bring Magister back up to 3, and of course probably main 2 Secret Village with the changes coming out. Sure. So cool. That's the only reason why I'm in Portland.
Awesome. Any shout outs or anything else?
A few.
A few.
Empanada Sessions, my hometown derby of my friends. Usually play all the time, and then I'll do LAN all the time. So Giovanni, of course, one of my PPG brothers. Cliff for the ride and everything and for the place to stay, so he helped him out on the last minute choice. Mike, my roommate, Natalia, one of my best friends, Austin, of course, Josh, the head judge, or one of the head judges, the assistant I think it was, my family, of course, and work. We always talk about cake, and this is literally I want the cake. Pro Play Tours, and of course that shout out. We're going to Orlando the 7th and 8th of September.
Yes, sir.
Who is also sponsored by Ultra Pro. So don't forget that. And my cool stuff locals, we always play it out, and I thank you guys for giving me the practice. This was worth it in the end.
Awesome. Thank you so much, man.
Of course.
Awesome.